we have a massive report coming out of the WWE that people inside the company believe that Drew McIntyre is going to re-sign in the WWE, as well as, is Cody Rhodes a Pual Heyman guy? We're going to break it all down for you coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, I just gotta say that 89% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you're looking for a home, maybe second, third home for wrestling content here on YouTube, you found the right place for it here at Wrestle Digest, because we're gonna be here every day bringing you updates on everything that's happening around the wrestling world, and you're not gonna want to miss out on that. So make sure you're down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, let's just get right into it, Brady. Drew McIntyre re-signing with the WWE, and as we take a look here from wrestling purists on Twitter, they say, those in the WWE expect Drew McIntyre is resigning with the company, seeing it as enough of a given as he's been advertised on shows post-contract expiration. The feeling was that while he had talked of taking time off, if not creatively fulfilled, that he very much is now and is seen as one of the company's top full-time wrestlers with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. There's also belief that WWE talent is less likely now to opt for AEW as, their second home. And Brady, this is huge news because obviously if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that we're Drew McIntyre guys here on Wrestle Digest, and I think it's just great that Drew is, being propelled into that main, event position, and I think now that he's there, I can't see him walking from the WWE, which makes me believe that I think he's going to stay here for quite some time.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, Drew went away for that stint from 2014 to 2017 to rebuild his character, come back as the Scottish Warrior. He's done miles good since he's been back. He's shone in NXT, and he's done very well for himself on the main roster, as we've seen. He beat Brock Lesnar for the title. He never really got that in-person WrestleMania moment until this year, of course, where he was kind of cut short on his WrestleMania moment, but nonetheless, he did still have one. And, of course, the interactions with CM Punk, I mean, my goodness. Drew McIntyre is on a heater, and absolutely, only place I see for him right now is in the WWE.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you. Obviously, he has that big feud with CM Punk. Once CM Punk comes back, that's going to be such a great match to watch. We have Clash at the Castle in Scotland coming up in his home country, so, that might entice him to stay as well. I really can't see Drew McIntyre opting for AEW at this point in his career, or even, say, New Japan or something like this. He's just so hot as a WWE talent right now. The fans love him, and, as long as they bring back the Broken Dreams theme song, Brady, I'll be fine with Drew McIntyre staying in the WWE.
Yeah, my God, that would be fantastic to bring that back. Probably one of my favorite theme songs of all time, and, I know a lot of people share that same opinion, so why not? Once he's re-signed, we got him the new gimmick now. Give him back the old theme song. We all want it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm just excited that, Drew is going to re-sign with WWE because, like you said, he went away to build his character, and now, like I said, he's white hot. Even as a heel, the WWE Universe loves him, and just his antics on social media and stuff like that outside the ring just make him such a more marketable character. And I think by the end of the year, he will have some gold around his waist. And I think, after this feud with CM Punk, if he comes out on top, that might propel him into that, World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen CM Punk take over Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania moment. So I think once we see Drew McIntyre clue up the old business, he's going to reset his sights back on what was rightfully his in the first place.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree, and I'm really excited for this. I hope that it does happen by the end of the year, because I think there's nobody else more deserving than Drew McIntyre to finally have that run as champion in front of the fans, and I'm just really excited that he's going to be staying here in WWE. And like they say, the second part of this kind of intrigued me is that WWE talent isn't really opting for AEW now. Like, I just want to ask you, Brady, why do you think more WWE wrestlers are opting to stay with WWE and not going to AEW like it was just, I guess, a couple years ago?
Paul Levesque era. Easy
Definitely.
as that. You know, the morale, we've talked about it over at AEW. The reports have seemed to be low. Uh, WWE, I mean, you know, reports have seemed to be the complete opposite, as Paul Levesque just, you know, everybody's a Paul Levesque guy at the end of the day. So,
Yeah,
speaks for
definitely.
itself.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that too. And I guess when AEW was new, a lot of people were like, "Oh, like this is a cool opportunity. It's a new company. It's great to be a part of starting this company up." And like you said, with recent reports seeing morale is low and stuff like this, and WWE on a high right now in the new era, I think there's gonna be a lot more people from AEW opting to come into WWE after their contract as well. And I'm just really excited for Drew McIntyre. I mean, I've been a fan of this guy for a long time, and I'm just glad that he's finally getting the recognition, that he deserves. And I'm really excited for this Punk feud, and excited that he's resigning with the WWE because the future is bright for Drew McIntyre, and I can't wait to see it. But we're going to get into the next topic of the video today, which is Cody Rhodes, a Paul Heyman guy. And yes, in a recent interview, Cody Rhodes says he would have made the best Paul Heyman guy in another lifetime. He says, in another lifetime, I probably would have made the best Paul Heyman guy. I probably could have been his absolute ace. It just didn't work out that way. It worked out that I was the adversary for his number one guy, Roman Reigns. There's a part of me that looks at that, even with the questionable decisions that Mr. Heyman makes, part of me looks at that and goes, that might have been fun. That might have been a good card to be in. And Brady, I mean, hearing this from Cody Rhodes is kind of crazy to me after what we've seen with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, to now Cody Rhodes saying that maybe being a Paul Heyman guy could have been fun for his career.
No doubt, you know, anybody I think who's a Paul Heyman guy, they're going to have a good time with it. I mean, even poor Curtis Axel, when he was Paul Heyman guy for a little stint, you know, he had the IC title. So Paul Heyman, he catapults superstars to new heights, you know. Roman was always the top dog. Roman was always the big dog, but Roman was never truly the greatest of all time, as praised by John Cena himself, calling Roman Reigns the GOAT, of course. But yeah, I mean, in another life, we definitely could have seen Cody Rhodes be a Paul Heyman guy. I mean, even a number of years ago when Cody Rhodes was dashing Cody Rhodes, we could have seen that side of Cody Rhodes be a Paul Heyman guy. But I think Roman Reigns, you know, perfect ace for Paul Heyman. So don't lose sleep, Cody, for not being a Paul Heyman guy, because, you know, everything worked out just as it should have anyways.
Yeah, definitely. He eventually finished the story at WrestleMania 40, and I mean, it would have been, like you said, when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, I think it could have been fun to see him as a Paul Heyman guy, but now, like you said, Roman Reigns was that perfect guy for Paul Heyman, because, I mean, even Brock Lesnar was a great guy for Paul Heyman, because, I mean, Paul is just so good on the mic. He's good with his words, good at making the crowd hate you, and I think, Roman Reigns obviously is great on the mic as well, but having that kind of second act in Paul Heyman really pushed him to the top, and that's why he was champion for so long, in my opinion.
Absolutely. You know, you add Paul Heyman into any recipe and you're going to get some extra spark, man. Like, wow, what a guy, you know, just inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. Couldn't be any more deserving. You know, who knows? Like you say, we've seen Brock Lesnar for a long time be the Paul Heyman guy, and I don't think Lesnar would have been as dominant within the company if not for Paul Heyman on the mic to help get the point across. Because I mean, you know, we all know how Lesnar sounds from time to time, and to each their own. But I won't squawk like him. But we definitely seen the capabilities of Paul Heyman on display with Brock, and like we mentioned with Roman now again. But who knows? Never say never. I say. So we could very well see Cody Rhodes be a Paul Heyman guy in future too. You know, who knows? Heel turn. If we get sick of Cody, who knows? Paul Levesque era, baby. Paul Levesque era.
Yeah, and as we know, the Paul Levesque era is unexpected. Like, you don't know what's going to happen next, and that's what's making wrestling so much fun again. And like you said, I mean, Paul Heyman's so deserving of being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and I was great. It was great to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame this past WrestleMania, and I just think, going forward, maybe, Paul Heyman's going to be a big factor in this Bloodline feud, but he could take someone else under his wing after Roman Reigns and the Bloodline kind of fizzles out, which would be fun to see as well. But we want to hear from you guys down below. Who do you think the next Paul Heyman guy is? I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. Let us know down below. And what do you think about Drew McIntyre re-signing back with WWE? Let us know down below. We're going to get everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to left field. He says The Rock and Cody SummerSlam, Roman interferes, causing Bloodline War Games at Survivor Series, then The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 41. And Brady, I mean, this is a great breakdown here from left field. I mean, it kind of, makes sense to me what he's saying here.
Absolutely. Not out of left field at all. But left field, I'll throw you left field right now. How about we see The Rock take on The Undertaker, player, one-on-one on this week's episode of SmackDown.
Tonight you go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
You go on one-on-one with The Undertaker tonight, left field, just for that comment. Nah, we're playing, of course. We love to hear your guys' feedback down in the comments. Even if it's hatred, we love all the support, man. We love it here.
Yeah, definitely. And we need Teddy Long back. That guy's a national treasure. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, brand managers of all time. And,
holla, holla, player.
Yeah, he's just amazing manager. We need him back. Come on, bring Teddy back. We all want him. But if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate, if you like our content and you want to stay up to date on everything that's happening around the wrestling world, to go down and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out a video we did earlier talking about Vince McMahon and Paul Levesque, he'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, Casey, alongside my co-host, Brady. We'll catch you in the next one.